I wonder who's been in my hobby room, because there are cat stickers all over the place, and someone was putting cats on a building. Actually, I know who it is. Mary's been in here. She shouldn't be in here unattended because you can see this sitting here, and she wasn't. I was actually in here. I just thought it was funny to see the cat stuff at the very beginning. All right. What we have here is another box from Hobby Link Japan. This one worries me because I found it today like this. It means it has been handled roughly. This is the first time I've had a box from Japan like this. And you can see it was handled here roughly, and the tape on the bottom is almost all removed. Now, there were some small items in here, and I hope they have not fallen out. And my address is on this side, so I'm going to hide it as I turn it this way. And you can tell this box has not been opened. I'm mainly doing this video because I'm pretty sure I might have to file a claim on this. And having a video of opening a damaged box sometimes helps. And boy, this thing is damaged. But the contents might not be, depending on how it was packed for shipping. It looks like it might not have been. Open that there. It might have been. Look, right here in this corner. Let's pull this out and see. Now that, yeah, I opened it from the bottom. It'll be sad if this is damaged, because I got the Ginga here. Now, I have not watched all of the 2202 series. I've watched like one episode of it. I broke down and got a Crunchyroll subscription, and with Crunchyroll, you get to watch this. And let's open it up and make sure she's not damaged, because that worries me. The box is slightly damaged. It's torn on this end. Okay, we'll come back and look at the box art in a minute. We have foil stickers. We have wings. We have lots of clear parts, which I like to see. Okay. And we have an option, and I'm happy to see this as well. It has an opaque part and a clear part for this, so you have more than one clear part. Reason I like to see that is I don't actually know what's inside there, but if it is like a park or something like the 1701A, I could actually put something in there. Okay, we got delicate little parts here because these Yamato ships always have these little finny things on them. And they break easily. I've broken them on one chip. Comes with an LED unit, but I wouldn't need that. It's kind of fun to have the LED unit, but I wouldn't need it. There's the rear. Like always, Bandai has done a good job with this, with their detail on there. And if you can see inside there, it's got good detail. Again, doesn't look like anything's damaged in here. We have our whole parts with some nice detail on them. It is molded in color. Nope, no damage on the inside of the box, thank heavens. And then we have more delicate parts. I'm not sure what all these parts are, but we have the base right here. It looks like, since the base has got holes on it, it comes with some ships. There are gun turns on here. It looks like the gun barrels might move. Some really delicate parts right there. Yeah, there's some really delicate parts in here. That's one thing you have to be careful of when you nip it off. We have our directions. We're going to look back through those parts in a few minutes. We have our directions. Now, I didn't see any holes for all these, so I guess if you wanted to light that, let me see if we can find a piece of the hole. They are molded into the hole. You can see them right here. Let me zoom in on it. They are tiny. So you want to light that, you're going to have a little bit of fun with that. You're going to have to use a really small drill bit in there and then use a knife to clean them out, because I have yet to find a file small enough to get in there. that'll be fun. But at least if you wanted to light all those windows, you could. Okay? So let's take a look at the directions. We have our sprue map, like Bandai always gives you. And no English, so they don't really plan on shipping this over here. It is 1/1000 scale. Okay, and they show you your intro. First thing you do is make the base. And it talks about the LED unit and putting batteries in the LED unit. And the LED unit goes in a certain spot. And they have their light piping to carry the light with the LED unit, which I've not tried yet. But I know it's in the B-Wing. You start putting the whole together. And it looks like there is not going to be a lot of room for lighting inside that thing. So if you decide to light it up, you're going to have some fun. The engine, the gun in the front will light up. Right here, I'm not sure what this is talking about, but it looks like there's a battery pack that can light it. But I know a ship doesn't come with that. And there's more lighting cables running right here, which I'm pretty sure the ship does not come with. I will look in a minute, but I didn't see anything like that. And more wires running through with connectors to a battery pack that doesn't come with it for lighting the rear engine. And my experience is buying these battery packs can be quite troublesome because they're hard to find. They're outright hard to find. Now, it's a nice effect with the engine lighting right there. Here. There we go. Nice effect with the engine lighting. And we go through and put it together the rest of the way. It's got an interesting top part to it. We put the guns together. And you put the forward gun together, the little lens in the forward gun, the finny things, the bottom bridge. If I remember right, that's the bottom bridge. Your stand, you can open the batteries. It does come with some of the smaller fighters. I don't know the names of those, but it comes with a whole bunch of them. And painting those will be fun. And the top comes on and off to turn on and off the LED unit. And there's how you turn on and off the LED unit. Here you have painting and decal guides, so you can see the small ships and how they're supposed to be painted. Okay. And marking guide. Now, I didn't look for decals. I'm going to look for decals because I would hate for that to be a sticker. Really hate for that right there to be a sticker, but I don't think it will be. So, let's put this back in the box. As we put it back in the box, we will go through the parts, look for stickers and various other things. No stickers on that. Now I got to handle some of these parts carefully because this is the bag with all the really fragile things in it. I don't see those aircraft in there. You do see the bow, and it is molded in a nice protective frame. So they did protect the bow. Then you have your LED unit. I don't know what's inside there. It looks like some screws inside there. I haven't seen decals yet, though. Here we have this. Little finny parts. I found the decals. They're there. More finny parts, the wings, and some colored parts. Here's the decals. So good, we don't have to do that. And lots of clear plastic. One more sprue of clear plastic. I never did find the ships, so I wasn't looking for them. So it looks like this is going to be a nice model kit. When am I going to get to it? Who knows? I'm currently working 65 hours a week, which means no free time for anything. I mean, it's hard for me to find time for this. Now, I don't remember who did it, so I can't give them credit. I watched a video on YouTube, and someone was talking about these kind of tweezers. Okay, I got these at Squadron Hobbies. They weren't very expensive. And when I bought them, I was thinking, I'll never use them. I don't know why people buy these things. I've been using this for everything. Whenever I want a spare hand and I'm painting a part, like, see if I can find something I used it on. Well, I'll pick up the Batmobile. Like this gear shift lever right here on the Batmobile. I locked it down in this and then painted it so I didn't have to hold it. And then I can just set it down and let it sit there and dry. So these actually came in handy. Well, the review was for the Japanese version. The Tamiya version. And I got the Tamiya version here. Okay. Here's the Tamiya version. They are definitely not the same as the Squadron version. We'll go ahead and open this angled one. I already had a pair of them. It's sitting over here holding a piece of a dragon that I dropped and broke, and I'm slowly repairing. Okay, I already had some of these from my early set of tweezers. I bought good tweezers a long time ago. I don't even know if this company's still around. I'm not necessarily endorsing them, but they are good tweezers. I went in and bought a set. And they came with one of those, and I always looked at it like, nah, I can't use it. You know, once I finally got out and started using them, they're good. So here's the Tamiya version. Oh, yeah. Okay, now here's one difference. The Squadron version, the Tamiya version. Okay? The Tamiya version are wider than the Squadron version. Let's do a zoom so we can actually see what we're doing instead of being way off camera. And let me move this box. My angry damaged box. Okay, now, the Tamiya version. First thing I notice about them, they operate really well. Look at the difference in the motion on them. These have a big gap in the center and only meet at the tip. These have no gap all the way across. I mean, there is a gap there. I can see a gap there, but the entire tip meets up. Whereas on the Squadron ones, it does a little bit, but there's still a gap. These are hard to push open and closed. They hold fairly reasonably. These are real easy to open and close. They hold better. Hold a little bit harder than the Squadron ones. They are about the same size, and you can tell the Squadron ones copied these, or these copied Squadron. I don't know who came first, but I suspect Tamiya was first. These are nice. I understand why these cost more than these now. And I bought them from Hobby Link Japan because adding them to a box as far as shipping doesn't cost very much money. It raises the shipping like 50 cents. And again, these are like $7 at Squadron. And they don't say Squadron on them. They say Hammerman. I never noticed that until just now. Let's see if my camera will do a focus. Yes, it does. Whereas these say Tamiya. Those are nice. And I get why people are buying those Tamiya ones now. There is another set of Tamiya in here, the straight ones. Let's see if they're as nice. I have no intention of keeping them in the packaging. Packaging goes in the trash. Oh, these, yep, they feel as good as the other ones. And, can you hear it? Almost feel like I could play a song with it. These line up much better than these. There's a little bit of gap in there. There's almost no gap in there all the way across. That means someone took some time and made sure they lined up. And how do they hold? They hold better than either of those two. Well, they're straighter, so they would. I am not disappointed in those. They're better than the Squadron one. What I like about the Squadron, though, is this arm around here. You don't have to hold it. You can just set it down. These, I would have to prop them on something, which isn't that big of a deal. I'm sure I could build a little tweezer prop out of styrene pretty quickly. All right, the rest of the box. I like these little guys, so I bought some more of them. Geo Crapper. It's supposed to rhyme with skyscraper. So, Geo Craper. I think that's what they were going for. Geo Craper. But I bought a few more because I thought that would be interesting and fun. Now, someone did correct me. They are not the same scale as the Star Destroyer. The Star Destroyer is way larger, way smaller scale. But I do have Star Trek ships in the scale, so I could put a Star Trek ship hovering over one. This is the one that I was interested in, the low-rise buildings. Because I have some of these high-rise buildings. They're kind of neat and interesting and fun. But I don't know about the low-rise buildings. I want to see what they look like. Okay. And you open the box. You have a set of them. We have an extra set, and we have a bunch of panels. And the black is to simulate roadways, so I have panels here. And it gave me an extra panel for going to the top in case I want to put it somewhere, I guess. Let me open the roadway. Let's see what the roadway looks like. The expressway. Now, I actually have these downstairs in the display case. Alright. I get another building which doesn't match that. And this box is sealed up a bit tighter. And yeah, there's a roadway going across the top of this. Let me open one of these. Roadway going across the top. This has a corner piece with a turn in case I want to add that somewhere. So if I get a spare base, I have another piece I can put on my spare base. Okay? Or I could move these around a little bit. This is interesting. Now, if I bought some more of these and could get some straight ones. Yeah, there's your roadway. A little weird. I mean, who would build the roadway like that in real life? But it's interesting. Here we have some more high-rise buildings, so we can have like a downtown center. And we have another set of high-rise buildings. Alright, so there's the box from HobbyLink Japan. It has some interesting goodness in it. Okay? The ship, I was afraid was damaged. Oh, I never showed you the box art. Here's the box art, and of course, it's all in Japanese, so we can't actually read this. Some people can. There's the box art. Nothing on the back. There's the side. Here's where it talks about features of the model, and that got torn up a little bit, and the box is a little dented down there. And it talks about lighting, and it probably talks about getting a lighting unit, and it gives a number on the lighting unit. No, it doesn't. It doesn't give the number. It's in Japanese. Lighting unit, Japanese. Okay? So it doesn't really give model numbers or anything, but it looks like that would be a good kit. And I saw it and I just wanted it because of that weird, looks like an arboretum on the front. Alright, I'll be back in a little while.